Good morning and welcome back to the Livingston Parish News Morning Show. My name is McHugh David, publisher and editor of the news. Appreciate you guys joining us this morning. Let me turn that off. If you're watching us on Facebook, thank you for that. And if you're watching us elsewhere, we do upload these shows to www.livingstonparishnews.com/podcast. We have audio and video versions there for you to check us out. If you didn't join us yesterday and you're joining us today, you will notice I'm back in Yield COVID Corner. However, we've been doing the show from the office for the past few months. The reason I am back here is because I'm kind of adjusting my personal schedule to better fit the day. And if you want all the details, you can go back and watch yesterday's show. The nice thing is Facebook does keep these shows up on our page throughout the day. So you can go back at any time and watch it. You don't have to watch it live necessarily if you don't have time. So please don't forget, you can always check out the show. You can always share it, always have those watch parties that you don't have to watch it live. But we will be slowly working back. Yesterday we started at 7:45 instead of 8. Today we started at 7:30. Tomorrow we'll start at 7:15. Thursday at 7, and so on and so forth. Eventually, the start time is going to be anywhere from 6:30 to 7. So if you do like to watch live, that will be the window every day. And of course, please remember that Facebook does keep these shows up, so you can always watch them whenever you want. Getting into your traffic this morning, I-12 is flowing pretty well, actually. Some minor on-ramp delays, as per usual. Minor delays at 4-H Club Road, River Road, and 190. And the school traffic already starting to flow out. Not too bad this morning. It is heavy on 64. And especially if you take a left on Greenville Springs. So please keep that in mind. Right now, it's actually looking like I-12 is your best way to get into Baton Rouge for this Tuesday morning. It's currently 74 degrees. 96 degrees is your high today. 73, your overnight low. You're looking at sunshine today. So it's going to be a pretty day. Before we get into our coronavirus today, we want to talk about Assess the Need. It has started in 2001. Of course, it is 2020. So if you include every year up to it, it is the 20-year anniversary. So far, the program that is run by Assessor Jeff Taylor and his wife Delia has helped almost 50,000 children over the years. This is a program where they collect school supplies, book bags, or backpacks, however you want to call it. All sorts of stuff for about 3 weeks, and then they go and have a large-scale donation for kids going into school who may not have that kind of opportunity, especially with COVID-19. COVID-19 is probably the third special collection that they've had. They had one after Katrina in 2005, as well as, the flood in 2016. So, trying to, help these kids out. This year they helped 3,000 children get school supplies they may not otherwise have had, which includes, as we mentioned, backpacks, but also binders, pencils and pens, crayons, and more. So all sorts of school supplies being donated to these children to make sure that they can get the same education as everyone else. Good morning, Miss Karen. Thanks for joining us. Getting into your COVID-19 statistics this morning, 138,485 cases, 4,403 deaths, on 1,674,289 tests. 103,512 have recovered. It's a great number. 1,226 are hospitalized on 184 ventilators. So number of new cases slowing a little bit, and hospitalizations and ventilator usage are dropping. So very good numbers. In Livingston Parish, 3,119 cases, 57 deaths on 29,631 tests. Getting into your mitigation efforts real quick before we jump into these judges. Wear a mask in public. It is a mandate. 6 feet or more of distance between yourself and others in public. Wash your hands with soap and water for 20 seconds or more. Control your cough and sneezing with an elbow or a tissue, preferably your own elbow. Don't touch your face. 25 or less to a gathering, preferably less. And stay home if you're sick, and utilize telehealth to get in touch with your doctor. And also, if possible, stay home to work. There was a couple of sort of, I guess you could say, opposing legal matters yesterday. First, we learned earlier in the day that Governor John Bel Edwards would be testifying in federal court to try to testifying for his bar closure. Judge Martin Feldman of the East District upheld the bar closure mandate stating that the governor and Louisiana Department of Health had presented compelling evidence that a large portion of the spread of COVID-19 was linked to bars and bar scenarios. So again, that has now been held up in federal court. It is supported by President Donald Trump and the federal task force out of the White House for COVID-19. So that has been upheld for the time being. Again, the data that was presented to the judge compelled him to rule in such a manner. However, here on a local front, Judge Brian Abels of the 21st Judicial District, who will be hearing the Firehouse Barbecue scenario, I guess you can say, recently, as in yesterday afternoon, hot off the press, issued a continuance that was agreed upon by both parties. That would be the Louisiana Department of Health, as well as Firehouse Barbecue and their attorney. What a continuance means, there could be any number of reasons why either side would have requested it, but both sides must agree to it, and they did. So the continuance will push the court date back to September 1st at 9 a.m. So we will not get any kind of resolution to that scenario today. So there is no court for Firehouse Barbecue and Louisiana Department of Health today in 21st Judicial District Court. It is now 2 weeks from now on September 1st at 9 a.m. So we will keep an eye on that. But again, no resolution as of today. Yesterday, Senator John Kennedy shipped out a letter to Governor John Bel Edwards and then made that letter public, asking him to change his stance on churches and turn them into essential businesses or essential places, if you will. Senator John Kennedy said that, while we can trust essential businesses and those types of things, there was an uneven distribution of what the capacities look like and what sort of rules were being established for a lot of these essential businesses. He suggested that churches in this time of worry and distress would be a good place for a lot of people to remain together and remain in fellowship. He said that he trusts pastors to protect those who would come to their churches. So again, he shipped a letter to Governor John Bel Edwards asking him to switch churches to become essential and also to reduce those capacity limits on churches. We'll see if the governor has any response for that. We're still not sure if there's going to be a press conference today from Governor John Bel Edwards. Again, phase 2 was extended another 3 weeks as we went into the school. So that would have been almost a week and a half ago. So we still have about another week and a half, probably get an announcement next week about whether or not we'll be moving into phase 3 as a state or not. Right now, the numbers are trending in a great direction. Of course, I'm not the governor, so I don't make the call, but the numbers are trending in a great direction for us to potentially move into phase 3, which would be good for schools, sports, and I know a lot of businesses as well. So let's keep up the good work. Let's keep those numbers coming in slow or not at all, maybe going in the other direction as we move towards that end of August date for phase 2 to end and potentially moving into phase 3. Pretty quick show today. We do appreciate you joining us. We want to go over these mitigation efforts one more time. Wear a mask in public. It is a mandate. 6 feet or more of distance between yourself and others. Wash hands with soap and water for 20 seconds or more. Control your cough when you're sneezing with an elbow or a tissue. Don't touch your face, my favorite one. 25 or less to a gathering, and stay home if you're sick. And utilize telehealth to get in touch with your doctor. Oh, that is yesterday. The school system put out a post on both Twitter and Facebook asking parents and teachers, basically anyone involved with the school system, if your child or someone in your household is sick, please try to keep the child home. Please do not send them to school. What we've learned, at least, this thing keeps changing, but one of the things we have learned is that everybody has a little bit different symptoms from it. And I say a little bit, one person may have fever, but no stopped up nose. The other person may have a stopped up nose, but no fever. But everyone can get it and everyone can develop the worst of symptoms. So please remember, the school system sent out a post as a reminder of that stay home portion. If you are sick or someone in your family is sick and has been around the child, please try to keep them home. That is very helpful to the school system. It tries to prevent the spread of any kind of sickness within the schools. And it's, we're trying to keep those schools open, especially as we move towards phase 3. So again, try to keep those sick kids home. Getting back into your traffic real quick, I-12 is flowing. It's a great sign. So again, strangely enough, I-12 is probably your best way to get into Baton Rouge today. There are some minor on-ramp delays. Minor delays at 4-H Club Road, River Road, and 190, but not too bad. School traffic looking to be pretty good, rolling in and out. Again, we're still in phase 2, which is a hybrid learning method, I guess you can say, where half the kids are on campus one day and half the kids the next. So it's not too bad on that traffic, not as bad as it normally would be. Heavy delays on 64 heading into Central, with some even heavier delays on Greenville Springs. It's currently 74 degrees. 96 degrees is your high, 73 your overnight low. You're looking at it, probably a pretty beautiful day. It's supposed to be very sunshiny. One last time, my name is McHugh David, publisher and editor of the news. Appreciate you guys joining us this morning for the Livingston Parish News Morning Show. We are on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. We are once a week in print on Thursdays at $7 a month to get that in your mailbox. We're also online, as mentioned. We have a podcast page, which is free, which has audio and video versions of the show for you to check out. We also have the long-form podcast, as mentioned. We do have a coronavirus page, which is free. Check that out whenever you can. And breaking news page, which has national, statewide, and arrest news, and that is free as well. And then, of course, we have our normal sections. If you'd like to check that out, it is $5 a month for a subscription to just the website. Want to remind folks that we are steadily moving back the show. We went to 7:45 yesterday from 8. Today we went to 7:30. Tomorrow we'll be at 7:15. Then we will get back to 7. And from there, we will be anywhere from the 6:30 to 7 o'clock hour, or half hour, I guess you could say, every morning from there on out. This is just an adjustment to my personal schedule because of some changes to family schedules and things of that nature. So just trying to work it out. But please remember, you can still watch the show at any time during the day. You do not have to watch it live. It will stay on our Facebook page. You can always go to it. It's facebook.com/Livingston Parish News. So you can check it out there, or you can go later in the day and check it out on our podcast page. It will be there as well. One last time, we do appreciate you joining us this morning. We hope you have a great day. It's supposed to be a beautiful one, and we will see you tomorrow morning.